Hello, I'm Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. This is part 3 of how to make a text adventure. In this video, I'll be showing you how to enable the player to obtain items and progress by using those items. I'll start by going back over what we made last time. So, we made all these different locations around the bedroom that you can look at. There's not much you can do at them yet, but I briefly went over the making an option to use an item. So right here, we could use an item, except we don't have the item yet, so we can't progress at the attic entrance. But I'll be showing you how to do that, how to make the character able to obtain items and then use those items in order to progress. So, what we're going to do is... Actually, darn it, I wanted to go ahead and show you. Okay, so I made this room. So we've got the couch. You and your wife used to look out the window and talk here. You never got a TV, you're too old-fashioned for that. Look at the dining table. This is the dining table. There's still a place for your wife, and probably always will be. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. Oh, I'm not in the camera. That's better. That's fine. Okay, and here I've got some options for taking the plate and using the item, but I haven't put in the logic for that yet, but we're going to do that now in just a little bit. And we've got the sink. You wash your dishes here when you finish eating. Again, we have a use item option, but we don't have an item yet to use there. Go to stove. This is where you make your breakfast. Again, we don't have the stuff to use items there. And go to fridge. I've got an option here for taking the eggs, but I don't have anything after that. So that's another thing we're going to be adding to. And then go to door, and I've got an option to go outside, but we're going to block progression there until the character finishes doing what they're supposed to in here. So basically, we're going to make it so that the character the player has to make breakfast and eat breakfast before they can leave the house and continue the story. So we're going to add to the door part first. The door is going to have, when you try to choose the go outside option, it's going to tell you that you can't do that yet because you're too hungry. So let's find that. Where's the door? Yeah, this is the door that leads to the front porch. So we'll just copy this. So if the player chooses go outside, actually something important, I need to make this canvas smaller because there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. We're basically making the tutorial to the game where you have to do some basic item puzzles in order to progress, and it's also a good way for me to show you how to make those puzzles because they'll be really simple. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to use a node. We're going to use a couple nodes so that sometimes that option will lead one place and other times it will lead somewhere else. So at the beginning, and we need to have a couple counters to control this. So counter 1 will be when you have not eaten breakfast. And that one will be on initially because you haven't eaten breakfast yet. And that will be plugged into the power of this node that will allow the signal through. So if we do this, this node is definitely powered because this counter is finished. We increased the count, so the counter is finished now, so it is now powering this node so that it will allow the signal to pass through. So at the beginning of the game, if you make the choice go outside, it will lead here to this one, and this is just going to be for if you ate breakfast. So if you already ate breakfast, well, later we will make something happen to turn on this counter so that the node will allow the signal to pass through. Right now it'll be turned off so that only this text will activate. So I'll go ahead and make the other one, but we'll type in what it's going to say later. But so we need to put what this is going to say. It's going to say you want, get rid of what it said before. You want to go find something that can open the attic entrance, but you haven't eaten since yesterday morning, and you will collapse if you don't eat some breakfast. All right. We'll get rid of the go outside option. Doesn't need to be there. When you get this message, your only option will be to go back to the previous menu. So it's blocking your progression from going outside yet. Alright, so then, of course, the player will only have the choice to go back. So pushing back will take them back to the door one, and then they can press back again and go back to the previous menu. Alright, so that will tell the player that they're going to have to eat breakfast in order to progress. Now, there's something else I want to do. For making breakfast part, I want to be able to at least switch between the fridge and the stove without going back to the main menu. So on the stove option, yeah, here's the stove option. This is where you make your breakfast. We've got the option to use an item already. I'm going to make some more space here. But I want to add the option to go to fridge. So we'll make that on square. Go to fridge. So if the player selects go to fridge, wait, no, I want to make the controls more intuitive. So instead of using square, I'm going to use this one, because it's like you're choosing to go that direction to where the fridge is. So go to fridge. So if the player selects that to go to fridge, it will deactivate the stove camera, activate fridge camera, and activate the fridge dialog box. All right, and then we'll do the same thing on the fridge. I was thinking of doing the sink as well, but I'm not going to overcomplicate things, especially since there won't be a time that you need to go from the stove to the sink. You'll go from the table to the sink to put your plate away after you eat. But anyway, why is... Oh yeah, I have use item blacked out because we're not going to use the item at the fridge. But we will use this one to go to stove. Alright, and I forgot for this I need to move these options around so that they fit nicely. Cool. Spread them out a bit so you can tell which options are using which button. Okay, and then same thing here. I'll go to stove here, take eggs here, back here. All right, and then when the player chooses to go to stove, yeah, it needs to activate the stove camera and deactivate the fridge camera. And also activate the stove's dialog option. Okay. Alright, and then all we need to add to the fridge is a little bit of logic. Well, we need a dialog box. Use this one. So if you choose to take eggs, okay, so now is the important part where I'm going to show you how to make items. My text adventure games don't use an inventory screen or anything like that. You can't open a screen and look at all the items you have. I basically use simple logic to enable players to use items at each dialog box. So how we'll do it is, on the stove use item list, did I make this yet? No. It's going to, we're going to have 2 eggs. So, yes, X will be egg 1. Egg 1, and square will be egg 2. I was going to go ahead and show this part, but actually we need these options available in order to put the logic in. Okay, so egg 1 and egg 2 will be usable at the stove, but not until you have obtained the eggs. So in order to obtain the eggs, oh yeah, we have to change this. So this is just going to say you take 2 eggs out of the refrigerator. Alright, and we get rid of the go outside option. We'll just, when the player does that and takes the egg, there will just be the option to go back to the fridge thing. Oh no. Yeah, and also we need, once we've taken the eggs, we need to make the option to take eggs disappear, or the player could just keep doing it over and over and it wouldn't seem realistic. So We will plug the take eggs option into a counter, but we need to turn the counter on because it's going to be available initially. So at the beginning you'll be able to use the option to take eggs, but then once you select that option to take the eggs, we'll reset the counter so that it will turn off that option. That option won't appear anymore once you've taken the eggs. Also, I feel that sound design is really important, so we're going to add some slight sound effect for taking the eggs. I think for this we'll just go to Media Molecule Sound Effects and go to the junk cupboard and see if there's anything in the junk cupboard that sounds like taking eggs out of the fridge. Or we might use some kind of door sound effect for the sound of the fridge opening. I don't know. No, it doesn't sound like these are going to work. So we're instead going to search for door. I'm sure there's not going to be a sound effect that sounds like eggs being picked up. So we're just going to do a door sound effect. Oh, we need to say sound effect though. So sound effect, door. That one might actually work. It's supposed to be locked door, but it kind of sounds like a fridge opening. Yeah, let's just go with this one. If I decide I don't like it, I can change it later. But anyway, needs to be once. It's very important that you choose once for these options because all of these choices are pulse signals. They're not constant signals. All of the other playback modes require a constant signal in order to play, but play once will play once to the end even if power is lost. So once is the only one that will play the entire sound when you send a pulse. So when you take eggs, it's going to power that. And you take two eggs out of the refrigerator. Okay, that should be good. All right, now we need to make it possible to fry the eggs on the frying pan. So as you can see, I've already gotten the asset for a frying pan here. But we can already see them. So in order to make it seem as if you're frying an egg, we're going to create two counters, each of which will be in the power, will control whether or not the eggs appear. We'll power on this egg. This will be egg 1, so we'll name the counter egg 1. Oops. We'll call it egg 1 appear. And this, of course, will be egg 2 appear. And in fact, I just realized I forgot something else that we have to do at the fridge logic. Yeah, so these are the things that will control whether the egg appears. We'll put them up by the stove dialog boxes. But also, we need to control... I'm going to copy these again. We need to control whether there is an option to fry the eggs. I talked about that earlier. So these counters will be the egg 1 option and egg 2 option counters. Whoops, whoa. So what we do, and this is a really important trick that I figured out on my own. You can make options not appear by plugging things into them. That's the wrong box. Here we go. Alright, so we got egg 1 and egg 2 items to use. But we're going to plug these counters into them to black out those options. Alright, so those are turned off right now, but as soon as the player chooses the option to take the eggs, it will power on these counters so that those options are now available. Okay, so then the player will go here to the stove, they'll choose use item, and then they will have the options to use egg 1 and egg 2. And in fact, we're going to have to do some stuff. Okay. This takes a lot of logic, but that's why I'm teaching you how to do it, because it would be hard for people to figure this out on their own if they weren't already, you know. It took me a long time to figure all this out. Nobody taught me how to do this. I had to go through in my head how to do these things before I finally figured it all out. Okay. So, okay, we need to turn these on so that we can put logic into the options. Alright, so we've got egg 1 and egg 2 options now. So when the player chooses egg 1, it will power on the egg 1 appearing. Oh no. I just realized we also need an option to use the plate. So there will be a plate option. And where is it? Uh-oh. There it is. There'll also be a plate option, which will have to be powered by getting the plate from the table, which we'll add that in later. But the plate you will use after you fry the 2 eggs, and so that you can put them on the plate and go eat them. I'm basically making a life simulator at this point, but there's going to be a lot more to this game than just a life simulator. But, okay, so the eggs can be made to appear. We'll do the plate option thing later. Let's go ahead and do the sound design for the eggs. We need a crack sound effect. Well, we might just try searching for egg and see if there's that egg sound effect. No, there's not. Might have to use something weird like that. That almost sounds like a crack. But let's see if there's a crack sound effect. That might work. It's a bit long. Ooh. Yeah, let's use this one. Yeah, let's use this plastic crackle. Only problem with it is it might be too quiet. But first of all, Media Molecule likes to make all of their sound effects be proximity. I want to turn that off. We'll turn it up to max volume. And it's set to once, so that's good. And I think we can plug it into both of the egg options. So when you use the egg, it'll make the crack sound. And we also need a sound effect of the egg sizzling on the frying pan. So let's try for sizzle. Yeah. Nice. We'll go with this. Now for this, we need to have it going constantly while you're frying the eggs. So we're going to set it to loop, and we need something that has a constant signal. So we'll use a counter for the sizzle sound effect. I have a lot of fun with this. This may seem like really complicated and annoying, but this is really fun for me, making things happen like this. That's why I'm a design major in in Dreams. Okay, so we need to make, whenever you crack either of the eggs, should we make a delay? Nah, it should be fine. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we also need to make the logic for obtaining the plate. Let's move this stuff over so we got room. Where's the table? Uh-oh, where is the table? Wait. Yeah, you and your wife used... No, that's not it. This door... What? Where's the door? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so the door is here. So... we need a take plate. We've got the take plate option. So we need to have that option. And we need to have two counters. One for the plate appearing and one for the plate option being unlocked. Go ahead and name those. So plate appear. And plate option. All right. Then, whoop, we need to scope out of whatever I was scoped into. Oh yeah, it was the frying pan. Okay, we'll make it this plate. The other plate will leave. That's supposedly the wife's plate. Okay, so plate appear, and the plate will be on initially before you take it. And in fact, we'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to have to clone the eggs and put them on the plate as well. But yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Let's save. I don't want to lose all this progress I've made. All right, where were we? Okay, so we have the take plate option. So when you take the plate, I'm not going to get sound effect for taking the plate off the table yet. I might add that later. But when you take the plate, it will deactivate the plate's appearance and activate the plate option. And the plate option needs to be here. All right. Now, oh, and we need to turn, oh, which reminds me. We can turn off the egg options now, I think. I probably forgot something, but that's why I play test and we'll figure out whatever mistake I made. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, this is after you've taken the plate, right? Oh, taken the eggs. Ooh, and I need this too for... I need this also for the... Oop, took eggs. And I also need this kind of setup for taking plate. Actually, ooh, one thing I like to do is I like to use the same... that might not be a good idea. So let's make a separate one for took plate. All right. So this will be on initially, but once it does, once you take the plate, it will remove the option to take the plate. So here is take plate. So that needs to turn that option off after you've taken the plate. Okay. Man, hard to believe how much logic it takes to make breakfast. But anyway, so once you, oh yeah, what we need, we need to turn on the take plate option, or turn on the plate option, so that you can take the nope, no, that's not it. On the stove, use item, plate. So once you use the plate, let's move this out of the way. Once you take the plate, sorry, when you use the plate, let's see, where is use plate? Yeah, use the plate. Oh no! Oh, we can't allow you to use the plate until after you've made the eggs. So plate option is going to have an AND gate that will, where's an AND gate? Yeah, man, this is going to take so much logic. Okay, so we need an AND gate that will be powered by 2 more counters. Actually, we can use some of this logic. So plate appear, no, that won't work. Took plate, we can use took plate and a timer. Or should I just use a counter? We'll just use a counter. We'll just make more counters to control this. So these 2 counters will be qualifiers in order to... Oh man, am I going to need 3 because there's 2 eggs? We better just in case. Man, oh man, so much logic to make this one thing happen. Okay, so take plate will be 1 qualifier. And then frying each egg. So egg 1, once that's been used, egg 2, once that's been used, that will unlock the option to... I think I want a one-time pulse though, so I'm going to use a timer set to 0.1 seconds. And that will turn on the option to use the plate here. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Is that this? Yes. Okay. So when you choose to get the eggs with the plate, oh man. We'll just have to let the character figure it out on their own, that they have to pick up the plate from the table in order to get their food. That'll be the puzzle of this room, is figuring out how to make your breakfast. Let's see. We'll just say you put the 2 fried eggs on the plate. Simple. And I'll just have a back choice. And in fact, selecting that will do a lot of things. So selecting plate is going to make the eggs disappear. and also needs to turn off the sound effect of sizzling. And what else? Oh yeah, it's going to power a new option over here. No, where's the... Oh no, way up here by the table. This is the dining table. Here we go. Use item. So yeah, that's why I have a use item thing. And the only item that we'll have to use is plate with eggs. And we need a counter for that. Oh my goodness, this is such a mess. Oh well, it's just the way I work. I make a big mess, but hopefully it all works. Okay, so plate with eggs. This plate with eggs counter will power the option to use plate with eggs. Oop. And that will be turned on at the point that you use plate at the stove. Alright, so you use plate with eggs at the table. So when you use that item, which I need to turn that on temporarily, we need another dialog box that will say that you ate. Wait, no. No, we need a new option at the table to eat. Oh, where is that? There it is. Okay. Alright, so that option won't appear until you... Oh dang, and we also need... Oh boy. Okay, so we need to go ahead and make... Well, we just need to clone the eggs. Nope. What the heck? What the heck? Why can't I get to the eggs again? It's just scoping me into the frying pan. Oh, it's because they're turned off. Duh. So, I'll just turn on invisible things. Clone that egg. Clone that egg. Bring them over here. Are these powered off? No, good. Put them on the plate. Oh, I need to scope them out. There we go. Goody. So then we'll have the eggs. I should probably put silverware next to the plate. Probably won't add too much graphics. I might do that later though. I don't really need to show that part. That's not part of the logic. That's just level design. Okay, so now we've got the two fried eggs. So when they... Okay, we need like 3 more counters to control more things. Okay. So when you let's fried egg up here. Fried egg 1 up here. Actually, I can make them all, I can control them both with one counter. So fried eggs appear. Actually, oh, yeah, should be fine. So fried eggs appear. All right. And man, there's so much logic. If I made any mistakes anywhere, there's gonna be so much I gotta fix. But anyway, fried eggs appear. And in my game, Escape the Killer's Basement, I had several microchips all decked out with logic like this. So it's not like this is something new I haven't done. But I just haven't shown anyone it yet. Shown my mess of wires to anybody yet. Okay. So we need plate with eggs. Let's go ahead and use this back button. Oh my. Where's use item? Okay, good. That is hooked to that, but we need it to go back. Okay, so plate with eggs. And we're going to need a thing that will say what you just did. Okay. Oh no, I spelled attic wrong. I'll have to fix that later. You place the plate of eggs. The plate of eggs? Yeah, I guess that sounds right. The plate of eggs on the table so you can eat. Alright. Then you'll be taken back to, we want to go back to here where they can choose to eat. Alright. But let's see, that option, plate with eggs, that needs to power on. Fried eggs appear, and we need to we'll just group them together and turn them on with this counter. Alright, and that option also needs to make the plate appear again. So, oh boy, where did I put the plate appear option? This is why I label my counters, or I'd never figure it out. Please tell me. Plate appear. Here we go. Okay. So at that point, the plate needs to reappear. I really hope that that's this plate. Yep, it is. Okay. That also needs to turn that on. So plate with eggs will turn on the plate as well. All right. And we need something. And yeah, that will also turn on the option to eat. So let's name this eat. Eat option. Alright. Eat option is right here. Alright. So using the plate with eggs will turn on the eat option as well. I didn't end up needing this counter, I don't think. Alright, so fried eggs appear, eat option. Okay, now we need something for when you choose the eat option. So, use item. Nope, eat is right. Nope, where's eat? Oh, eat is way back here. Somewhere. Nope. Where is eat? Oh, yeah, I turned it off. So I need to turn on the eat option. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to turn off once I've plugged in their options to stuff. So eat goes here, and eat is going to do several things. I can go ahead and turn off the eat option. Now that it's wired, it will stay open so that I can plug it into more things right here. So we'll say you eat your breakfast in silence. But, oops. I might do another. Yeah, instead of back, we're going to make it say next. It's going to say something else. But we also need a wiper. To turn on. So wiper. And we'll use regular blackout with regular transition. So when you choose to eat, we'll turn on this wiper. We also need a sound effect for eating. So I think there's a sound effect for eating I can use. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess we'll use that. Crunch, I didn't really want to crunch. Wonder, maybe let's try chew. Here we go. We'll use this one. Okay, this can just be a once sound effect. Oh my goodness. We're running out of room for everything. So once, turn the volume up. Eat. And we need a slight delay before the eggs disappear. Otherwise they'll disappear before the wipe transition happens. So maybe a 1 second delay will be okay. So eat. And we need to turn off fried eggs appear with that. Okay, so you eat your breakfast in silence. And then next, now that you aren't starving anymore, you should go find something to help you open the attic. All right. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to make a whole separate section for the door. Door is right here, right? And we made we made this whole thing where it was blocked to be able to exit. Alright, so once you've eaten, We need some more. Okay, we already did that counters. Did we? Oh no. Where are the counters? Okay, here they are. Yeah, ate breakfast. Okay, yeah. So not eating breakfast, ate breakfast. So once you push the eat button, it will deactivate not eating breakfast and activate ate breakfast. I am sure that people are going to be surprised at just how much logic it takes to do something so simple like this. But oh well, people wanted to know how to make a text adventure, so I agreed to show you. The door leads to the front porch. No, we need something else. It's going to say, you open the door. You open the door and head outside. And we'll have a next. No back, just next. And that will lead into another camera transitioning outside. I'm not going to do that in this video, but that's where that's going to lead. But we need to figure out everything else first. See if all of this works. So let me see. Plate with eggs needs to be turned off. Right? What is X prompt? Yeah. So that needs to be off. Took plate. Yeah, that's deactivating the take plate. That can be on. Plate appear. That needs to be on initially. Plate option. It can also be on. Oh man, there's other stuff that I'm going to have to do, but we'll figure that out one at a time. Not eaten breakfast. Yeah, that all needs to be like that. What is this? Took eggs. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, we're going to save this and we're going to see if it works. So there's probably several things I need to change, but that's why we play test. Alright, go to dining room. Alright, so we're going to try going to the door. This door leads to the front porch. You want to find something that can... I need to center that text better. You want to find something that can open the attic entrance, but you haven't eaten. This is why we proofread. But you haven't eaten since yesterday morning, and you will collapse if you don't eat some breakfast. Okay, so go back. So let's go ahead and test picking up the plate. Uh-oh, and that didn't lead anywhere. So that's the first thing we gotta fix. So after you take the plate at the table, yeah. Here's take plate option. Oh, wow, that seriously doesn't lead anywhere. I forgot to put something there, so need to make something there. See, I told you there's stuff I'd have to fix. Alright. Yeah, so take plate. Man, is my thermometer on? How much gameplay is this added? No, wow. Can you believe this? All this wiring, it hasn't even added 1% of gameplay yet. That's good. See, this is why I do text adventures, because you can do so much and program so much logic without adding hardly any gameplay. So you can fit a lot of gameplay into a scene. But anyway, change this to... We'll just change it to you take the plate with you. And it's got a back button, which will take you back to the plate option. Okay. Let's keep playtesting so we figure out what else I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time for this video. Alright, so quickly go look at the table, take the plate with you. Ah, that looked bad. Oh well, I'll fix that later. Okay, we got the plate, now we'll go to the fridge. Okay, take eggs. You take 2 eggs out of the refrigerator. Good. The take eggs option disappeared. Go to stove. This is where you make your breakfast. Use item, egg 1. Awesome. I don't like that looping sound effect, but I'll fix it later, and nothing else happens. So we need to fix that. So I didn't put anything for after you choose to use the egg. Dang it. Okay, here we go. So using the eggs, yeah, using the eggs needs to have its own thing that it says. All right. Egg 1, egg 2. Actually, we're just gonna, both of them are gonna say the same thing, so. You fry an egg. You fry an egg in the pan. So egg. That's egg 1, egg 2. Okay, both of them will go back to this. There we go. Okay, let's try that. This time I'm not going to take the plate yet because I'll need to check that everything works right when you don't take the plate. Alright, go to the fridge, take the eggs, go to the stove, use item, egg 1. You fry an egg in the pan. Egg 2. Uh-oh. Several things. Okay, so... Did I not... I didn't put this into egg 2 up here, did I? Alright, and then... That might be okay. But we also need to deactivate the egg options. Right? Yes. So after you use egg 1, it needs to deactivate egg 1 option. When you use egg 2, it needs to deactivate egg 2 option. Okay. Alright, go to fridge, take the eggs, go to stove, use item, egg 1, egg 2, And I don't have the plate yet. No! I didn't... Okay. I didn't wire plate option into there? Let's see.